Hi everyone, and welcome back. Totally different video than the one from yesterday, if you were given the opportunity to have caught it. All right, guys, if you saw that video, I apologize because that's not true Donna fashion. And I lost it yesterday. I did. So thumbnail's kind of the same, but it says updated. It's not clickbait. It's something that I had went through and I got very emotional and I learned something. Not that I learned it, I knew it. It just came to the forefront. Money is emotional. Money's emotional. So I put the video up. I took it down. I put it up. I took it down. I put it up. I took it down. I rewatched it about 4 times. And I still put it up. And then I was like, no, what are you doing? That's not you. But I will tell you this. If you got to see it and you left me a comment, thank you. You guys said this is a safe place, that you're here for me. You understood how difficult life can be. You guys were so uplifting. But when I come to this table, it's all about staying positive and uplifting and yeah, of course, we're all dealing with something. But put it aside. Come on, move past it. I am that train that could, and I'm going to do it. So we're going to talk about first what that video yesterday was about. I will give you a little heads up. It probably will get a little long, very chatty. I'm going to tell you as much as I can in a positive way. Right? In true Donna fashion. Save to Sink is a method that I put in play a long time ago. Save to Sink is where you save money all month long to put them into sinking funds, right? So that when that bill comes, you've got that money and you keep saving, right? So I had this out. I was studying my Save to Sink sinking funds at a glance yesterday, studying it, going over every number. Where am I at? Honestly, I was on this page because we're done with January, February, March. We were into April. So I was going over all this. I needed $1,800 yesterday. And in a day or two, I'm going to need $1,200. I'll get into that in a second. I'll get into it now. That Ford Explorer, my original Ford, that I had put an engine in, it was not running since January. It was sitting here, and it went to one mechanic, and he told us it was the timing chain. Okay. Then he didn't want to do it. He said it was too much of a job. And then we took it to our guy that put the engine in. We just wanted 2 opinions, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it sat here since January. Even though there's no note on it, I'm still paying car insurance on it. And I kind of went into this whole thing about I'm done with automobiles. I'm done with pretty looking cars. I'm done with classic cars. I'm done with car parts. I'm done with restorations. I used the word hate. I said I hate vehicles. I believe that you should have a daily driver and you should be good. And if you want one classic car, that's okay. But when is enough enough? We don't have enough human beings in our family to drive each one of these cars. So I went off. So long story short, it's $1,800 for the kit. So he wanted the money up front, which I respect. And then when he's done, it will be the labor and the incidentals. But I guess it wasn't really the car because I was ready to cut losses on that car. John wants to repair the car to then sell the car. I'm done with resale. Done. Kind of feels like yesterday, doesn't it? But I promise you that there's good. I promise you. What I told them yesterday too was that John has his eyes on a Jeep Wrangler. I'm going to laugh because if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry. So the things I'm dealing with are over the top. Over the top. So this is where I'm at. I went through all sinking funds. I think I went into here. I went into here and I took the $1,700 that I have saved for that wedding. And what's going to happen is this. I'm going to play catch up, right? I do have the HELOC. There's $54,909.13 left in there. Not to spend, but that's what I owe, right? Because life is lifing for my family right now. And it takes a village. That's it. It takes a village. This is the way I want my village to run, and it's okay. And one day we will all prevail. So I took the 17 from there, and I took the 100 from nails. So I got the 18. And then I was doing math, like what's coming up in May. June, July, and August are light months for me. Could I catch up? I'm blessed that this really hasn't moved very much. It really hasn't. I haven't had to use it. Still saving to put money into sinking funds, just not paying down, right? It's standing by. Those are my blessings. The blessings are this. Save to Sink was here. Sinking funds came to my rescue. Life happens. Pick yourself up, brush yourself off, and face it. Yesterday I was crumbling, and today, maybe I needed that outlet yesterday for that short period of time. But this is who I am. I've got to face it. So there's money sitting in here from Lent, right? Which were for taxes. I've got the 100 envelope that I've got to finish. It's got to be done in May. I will have enough. If I've got to touch this a little, I've got to touch it. But I'm proud of myself for not touching it. All right. So the money came from there. The next 12, it's going to come from there. I don't know yet where from. That will be another video. So I want to hug these more than I've ever wanted to hug something and say thank you, thank you, thank you that these were here. There's still more story time coming, but that's more towards the end. We're going to get into saving money, right? Because I've got to continue saving and not spending and being contingent, because not only do I count on it, my family needs it, right? My family. And like I said, it's not going to be a forever situation. And I was with TJ this morning, and we had an amazing conversation, and I'll get more into that towards the end of this video. What are we saving right now, right? This money has got to be, it's got to have a job. I got to give it a job. For every day I don't save money, I'm not, ooh, that's not, no, we're not doing that. We need that to be there. Okay. For every day we don't save money, where's the money going? It goes poof, who knows? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 285, 87, 89, 91, 93, 95, 97, 99, 300. We have $300 being saved right now. We're working. We're working. So we're going to bring 300 today. I did not spend any money. Well, I'm not good. That's not my 1,800. I'm not counting that as a spend day. I'm not doing it. No, that's not mine. I'm going to stand I'm going to stand proud on that one. But I will tell you this. The moment that car gets sold, that money, every dime of it, is going to get into a savings challenge. Mark my words. So no spend and no spend. And the truth is, boy, did I want to jump in to Amazon and buy stuff. I did. I was feeling it. I was just in that moment. And I know you guys all understand it. But I literally like, I did this. I was like, I hit myself upside the back of the head. It was like, dude, Donna, knock it off. Like, so you get that devil on one shoulder and you get the angel on the other, and they're fighting on your shoulders. Well, the angel prevailed. Always. I try to always let that angel prevail. Oh, God. Are you still with me? If you're still with me, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're still with me and you're not subscribed, maybe hit that subscribe button, because this is pure life. This is the utmost transparency without sugarcoating life. And I never want it to be like, oh, Donna just saves money. Donna's good. Donna's got no worries. BS. Donna's got more worries than Carter has pills. That's what my grandma would say. Okay. Where are we at? I would like to save money. I'm going back in time. Going back to this girl, where it all began, right? Because these challenges get me through so much. Now, want to hear something fun? Over on Etsy, if you go to my Etsy store, Etsy is the OG, right? That's where everything original from Donna, powered by creativity, could be found. Yeah, it's also on my website, but I don't constantly upload to Etsy. So everything over there is where it all began. And you know what's funny? Etsy does very well, even though I don't promote it, because people seek you out. And when I see things that get sold, it takes me back in time. And this girl was preparing herself to be this girl. And this girl is working towards making the next generation Donna, the older one, financially free. The evolution of challenges and where they've taken me, I hope you feel the same way you do. I do. I hope you feel the same way I do, where you began with your savings challenge journey. With that being said, I wanted to start with the Evil Queen, and I am going to color. I don't know if this is going to work. I have $20, $40, $60. Each row is $15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal 15. So I get to color in 4 of these, and we're that much closer to finishing this challenge. This is one of my all-time favorites because as a beginning person saving money, you think it's going to take you forever to get to $300. But once you put your mindset to it, you can do it. You've got this. And then don't just save that money to spend that money. Save that money to give that money a purpose, a future job. And even if you've got to borrow it from that future job, at least you've got it. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. $240. And right there, that's where you know the math is mathing. All right. Goofy's Candy Company. I love it. I love it. Big story time at the end. Big, huge, huge. All right. I'm timesing each denomination by 5. So 2 times 5 would be 10. So we're going to give $10 to this one. And then $5 to this one, which will make it 15. And we'll do $5 to this one, and we're going to make it another 5, which would get it to $20. So honestly, I'm going to leave that as is. All right. So our goal is $250. 10, 15, 17, 19, 20, $205. Does that equal? Yes, it does. Look at that. I could see the numbers in my head. All right. Looking good. Looking good. All right. Oh, wait, we're not done. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Okay. Today is definitely looking up for me. Blessings that I've seen today, and it's only 11:53. We're going to talk about at the end. I am doing 23, 19, 20. I'm going to do 23 and 2. And I'm going to give this $25. And that's going to be more on the pinkish side. So we'll do 23. I love this one. 23 and 2 is 25. So I'm knocking out the high and the low in one shot. $10, $12, $13, $135 towards a $325 goal. Okay. Where it all began. So we're going to come over here to Donna, and we're going to give her $4. 2, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, $26 for not spending money. So you want to hear what song I am addicted to right now? Addicted. I am playing it over and over. Ella Langley, Choosing Texas. No G at the end of that. I said too proper. Choosing Texas. And it's so funny. I love her twang. I love everything about this young lady. I think she is amazing. And I did not know this. I learned this yesterday. She had cross-eyed as a young girl. And she's had multiple surgeries to fix her vision. And she recently said she just had one. And she started to say how they take her eyeballs out to tighten the muscles at the bottom. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I felt that connection because I have the retina specialist coming up in May. So I'm dealing with that also. So I'll talk about that more at the end. Let's look at this beautiful, beautiful challenge. This is Pixie Dusting, and we're doing this together as a village. I am going to stay accountable a day late, and I'm going to share my $20 with this amazing challenge. 52 weeks we are saving together. Love you, Miss Onisha. 10, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. That means for 30 weeks. No, it's not. 30. 300 divided by 20 is 15 weeks. Cut it in half, Donna. 15 weeks. I was going to say, that would get us to almost half the year gone. Well, but that's not the truth. My math was off. It's okay. I caught it. Love this. I love this. I love this. I love that we are doing this together for someone. Faith. boy, do I stand on this. I don't know where I'd be without my faith. So today would be 12 and 13. So I'm bringing $12 and $13. And usually I color it in first. I don't know why I just did that. All right. So I'm bringing 10, 12, 10, 12, 13. 10, 20, 22, 24, 25 is going into faith. Gotta save it. Gotta keep going. Gotta put this money to work. So important. 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, 57, 59, 61, 63, 65, 67, 69, 71, 73, 75, 77, 79, 81, 83, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, $91. I love that. $91. And we're just 13 days into Pentecost. I am going to take a minute, right? And I am going to bring forth the bell. Yep, I'm bringing forth the bell. Because I was saving with two friends. She persisted, budgeting and savings. That is Lisa. And this, if you are Gilmore Girls, this is your place. And this is from Miss Jen, who is Jen Finally Saves. It was a gift. I want to say thank you. I owed Lisa's 10 and I owe Jen's 6. 2, 4, 6. We get to ring the bell on both. This one saved me 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, and 25. Wow, $25 with Jen. And Lisa, what'd you save me? 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. Did I do that right? 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 65, 67, 69, 71, 73, 75, 77, 79, 81, 83, 85, 87, 89, 91, 93, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Wow. $100. Wow. What a great month for that to finalize. Love, love, love that. Save to sync envelope. I'm telling you, if you don't do this, the dopamine hit you're missing out on. Let's start stuffing this baby. Stuff it all month long. Because when you go through it and you see your accomplishments, it's like rockets go off. 4th of July. All right, I did bring out the ding, ding, ding. And I feel like we have not done much with it this month. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Today is the 17th. I can't believe it's another week gone. I really can't. Get to put a bell on there. And then I get to add 2 challenges. She persisted. Got me to 85, and today is 417. And then 417, Jen got me to 86. Keep my ding, ding, ding in the back of the supplemental. Everything's got a job. Everything needs to have a job. 2. All right. So in here, we should have $86. 2, 4, 6, 7, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, and 86. Done. These need to sit out for a minute because one of my story times, it's going to be like, you're going to be like wowed by this story time. Okay. We do the 5K and we do the 1250, right? Lisa at She Persisted Budgeting and Saving is also doing this. If you want to do this beautiful 5K challenge, there's an add-on where you could just go buy the book cover and the top envelope. And really, the numbers stay the same, but you're really not saving 100. You would be saving a quarter of that, right? Because we're using quarters. Let's begin with this one. I started on the last one, and I am saving $100. We're going to come over here, and we're going to work on this. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. And listen, in the grand scheme of life, if I had to pull from all those big challenges so that I don't touch the HELOC, I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to just pull up my big girl pants, and so many things, so many contingency plans like shoot through my head. And now you guys as outsiders might see something I don't see. And you'd be like, Donna, what about this? Or Donna, what about that? And I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're right. I never thought of that. And that's what makes this village so amazing. And that is why it takes a village. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 1,000. 10 weeks at this. 1 card down. 2 cards down. Oh my gosh. Oh, 300 left. Oh my good Lord. Yes. I'm telling you, there's a reason why I started the back to the front. Wow. It's gonna fly by. All right. So I was doing the math, and this is what I'm doing. And you could double check me. Because we're saving by the quarter, right? I am going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do the math, okay? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1, and 2. When you add them all up and then divide it by 25, you would get 27. I guess I did not bring enough singles. You would get 27. So I have $27 being saved, and I'm just doing it a little bit different. I don't know, all the different numbers just gave me more of an incentive to save like a card at a time. Like I want to finish this card, and then to round it up, I might go into one of these. So I want to do as much as I can, having fun with the numbers. So far, remember, this is going to be 25% of 1,300. So this could be my biggest envelope. 1,300 divided by 25. Okay. I don't even know what that's going to be. $1,300 divided by 25. $520, right? Is that 520? Yes, 520. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. What is that anyway? 13 divided by 4. Oh. 325. Don't judge me, please. I'm gonna just breathe. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh my gosh, my money's not in order. That messes with my head. 20, 35, 45, 55, 56, 57. 57 for towards a 325 goal. I'm just gonna write 325. Oh my gosh. Did I make you laugh? Did I make you smile? I don't know what I was thinking. I love it. Okay. We still have $3 in the back of our cash tray. And you were like, why don't you do the others? I mean, I could have. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to give it to something fun, which is our Elfster gift exchange. So in July, we're going to do Christmas in July with the members. So I have memberships on my channel, and we have been doing this a few years now, and it's just a fun way to receive a gift. If you want to, you may join membership. There's always an Elfster link in my community posts, and we save $30, but we pick out $25 gifts. And then your elf gets to choose what gift they want to give you. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. $3 is going into here. And I have saved 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, $15 so far, with just money here and there to get her done. All right. All right, so story time. Got my nails done this week. I did have some quality time. My daughter-in-law needed assistance in filling out their taxes. So Monday morning, I wake up to a text saying, could you please log in and help me out? I'm a little confused on a few things. So, and this is where I talk about everybody. There's nothing hidden in our family. Like, if you wanted to get in my phone, here's my phone. John, here's my phone. TJ, Vinny, Kaylee, Shannon, we're all good. Everybody knows everyone's business. And some of you might be like, really? Why? I don't know. That's what works for our family, right? Because I don't know. I don't want to go through it alone. I want people. I want a village. So anyway, that was my Monday. Got it done. She went over everything, submitted it. It went through. We're all good, right? So Tuesday, I go get my nails done, and this is my blessing. This is one of my blessings. There's a few blessings coming at me. So my blessing is this. Shannon, Vinny's girl, her mom works for a retina specialist for a long time. So it's nice to know that I need a specialist and that I'm going to be taken care of. Now, when I was getting my nails done, I talk about when I go to my nail salon, it's like going, even though they're all Vietnamese, some speak English, some don't, but they're always polite. It's like coming into your home. It's like coming home, right? So the young man that runs the shop for the owners, like answers the phone, he speaks very well English, and I adore him. He was sitting outside, and as I walked in, I did not see him there. He's like, Donna, Donna. And when someone calls your name and sees you, that amazing feeling, right? So he sits me down, he starts taking care of me. With that, Shannon's mom calls me. And she's like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to the one closer to you? Do you want to come to my office? And I said, what do you want me to do? It's like, come to my office. It's a little further, but come here and you'll be taken care of. Not that you won't be taken care of, but you'll be a little special. And I was like, dealing with my eye, I would like to feel a little special, right? Somebody's got you. Somebody's holding on to you. Somebody's guiding you. Usually I'm that one. And it's nice to have that available. So even though I'm sitting there taking my dip off, I have to answer my phone here and there. And then at one point I'm scrambling through my pocketbook to get my pen and paper. And I was writing on one of their paper towels. And this young man, his name is Tan, T-A-N. He comes running over and he gives me a notepad. And I was just like, this is where I believe that when you give out, it comes back to you. And I don't give out just for that purpose. I love to be kind to everyone. I love to smile at people. I love to say hello. I love it. So I think my nails came out beautiful. My girl is in Florida. She bought a home. She was going to her closing. So she's not going to be my girl much longer. But I'm so happy for her and her family. So I now have the owner doing my nails. And because she sits at the front desk, she's always got to greet every single person that comes in. I know this is long, but I promise there's goodness from it. So she's always, I'm sorry, it's okay. And then she was working on the phone and she always put her ear pod in and she's talking, and you can tell she's talking about her insurance. And she's getting nervous, and, you know, she's got to work on my nails. She's got to greet people, and then she's got to handle whatever it was that she was dealing with. So I catch her eye. I go, stop. I said, I'm good. Take your time, go. And then she got up, she went to the back, came back, and she held my hands, and she's like, thank you. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're good. No, I appreciate that. So I walked out of there feeling amazing. Yesterday was a crumbling sort of a day because so many things happen and dealing with, and I'm not bashing John. I'm not. It's just getting harder and harder to deal with his memory issues, his memory recall. And I say this in a loving way. The light bulb isn't always shining so bright. Times that it is, I see John in his eyes, and then other times there's no light bulb and there's a blank stare. And I was just feeling the exhaustion. And like I said, there were a few things going on that I haven't been talking to you about. One, I still can't talk to you about, but I could talk to you about what happened today. So this is where Sinking Fund 2 comes in. I can't even go back to it because it was last year. So if you're with me, you know that I pay for and take care of all the registrations. In November, this should have been paid. Let's go back to November of 2025. We went on the Donna Powered by Creativity cruise. I got the flu. My in-laws came. My in-laws had to abruptly leave because they couldn't be around us. I don't know where that registration, I never saw it. I was also dealing with homeowners insurance issues at that time. I never registered that vehicle. That is one of the vehicles that TJ drives that gets put away for the winter. Yes, we have those. We have a few of those. So TJ puts it away, and on, I don't know, February, I want to say 28th, he took it out, right? The roads were better, maybe whatever it was. Took it out, and he drove it to drop off a piece of furniture, a chest of drawers. Sitting at my desk. My phone rings. Ma. I go, yeah, T. He goes, I got pulled over. As law enforcement, I don't ever want any one of my family members to be pulled over. I understand it happens. He was pulled over for a non-registered vehicle. And I'm like, no way. No way. I go straight to the file cabinet. I'm pulling out. Did I put it in the wrong file? What the heck? Where? And I pull and I find nothing. So because of Pennsylvania, you can log in with your plate number and your title number, and it will tell you. And sure enough, I never registered that vehicle. I was like, okay. So he literally was pulled over at 10:59 a.m. 10:59. She gave him the summons, female state trooper, gave him the summons. And as he's driving away, I said, TJ, I will have you a registration in minutes. Sitting at my desk, I pull up, register the vehicle, send him images. You're good until I get you the paper copy. So before the kid was even on his way home, and he's not a kid, he's a man, but he's always my kid. His car was legal. So today, we pled not guilty, filed the paperwork prior to him going to Disney. We filed and we're waiting on a court date. Court date was this morning at 9:45. And I don't have to remind my family to do things, but I do, right? Because sometimes it's just nice to be reminded in a good way. So I said to TJ yesterday, I said, court tomorrow. I said, I'll pick you up at 9 o'clock because I believe that no one should ever go to court for anything by themselves. That's just me. Just me. And I said to him yesterday, I said, make sure you dress nice. He's like, all right, all right. I said, no sneakers. Collared shirt, please. All right, Ma, all right. And he didn't need to hear it, but it's the mom in me that says, I'm always going to guide you in the right direction. Small town, right? We go to the courthouse. The court officer at the metal detector is a friend. Hey, guys, what are you doing? I said, where do we go? He's got court for registration. Oh, check in there and then sit outside. Okay. We're the only ones there, really. The state trooper comes out of the judge's chamber, says to him, smiles at him, says to him, did you get it? And he says yes. And you know what? If you guys don't know this, like, yeah, and I'm sure you might, but always look professional if you ever have to go for a traffic violation or whatever, right? An envelope, all your documents in order, right? Scenario of what you should bring to the judge's attention. And I had that all. And yesterday, as a police officer, we had to go to trial. The district attorney or the assistant district attorney would prep us. You'd have trial prep, right? That's something that we did. So now I bring that to my son. You need to have a little bit of a trial prep. Is there a trial? No, but you need to have manners before a judge. You need to look professional. You don't walk into a judge's chamber in work boots and dirty jeans and a baseball hat. You just don't do it. So when I went to pick up TJ, he looked so handsome. Shoes, pants, collared shirt, beautiful belt. Like, I looked at him, I go, you look very nice. He goes, thank you. He says, but I hate this. And I said, you know what's funny? Now, I dressed up today too. And I had on black pants, flats, black flats. I had a black shirt with a, every girl has it in her wardrobe, a black sweater, cardigan. And John says to me, do you realize it's spring? Do you realize that you're all in black? I turn around, I'm like, I went from being in uniform to being in civilian work clothes, sweatpants. I don't dress up. I don't know how to dress up. It was never my career. It was never me. So I was like, this is the best I can do. I could just be casual, like just no flamboyancy. I'm like, so anyway, so when TJ said to me, I don't like the feeling of dress clothes, I said to him, your mother can relate 100%. I said, I get you. So we get there, and like I said, the trooper comes out, goes over his paperwork. She says, did you get her done? And he says, yes, ma'am, I did. And I love that he was using his manners. And I did say this to him while we're sitting there. I said, TJ, I need you to be the son I know you can be. I said, you smile, you shake hands, you say thank you, you use your manners. I know, Ma, I know. And that's TJ's tone. He's like, I know, Ma, I know. So she comes out, says hi to him. Did you get everything in order? He says, yes, ma'am. Opens up his folder, goes straight to the date and time that I had highlighted of the summons. Then not even 25 minutes later, the actual registration and his insurance card. He says, okay, in a few minutes, we'll go in. Go sit down at the desks, the tables. Judge acknowledges herself and says to the state, which is the trooper, do you have anything you'd like to say? She said, no, I would like the case dismissed. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He showed the utmost respect and kindness. I understand that this was just an overlook. So she says, based on the trooper's, court is adjourned. No summons, no fees, no nothing. So I look at TJ, I go, shake hands. I still had to. That's just me. And he goes, I know, Ma. And he laughs and he smiles. And if you ever saw TJ, he's got such a beautiful smile. So he gets up, he shakes her hand. And then I get up and I said, thank you for your service. I said, I'm retired from the New York City Police Department. I said, I just want you to stay safe and thank you. And she literally shook my hand. She says, you have a good son there. And it's moments like that where I will keep being that mom I am because I want the next generation to not be entitled. So then coming home, we were driving. This is another blessing that came out of nowhere. So the blessing was that there was no fines involved for a mistake. And I have looked through every paperwork. I still can't find the original piece of paper from then. I don't know what happened. It will come across my desk one day, and when it does, I will tell you the day it does, but I have not found it. So driving home, TJ and I were talking, having a great conversation, and I said to him, you know, sometimes bad things happen to good people. And he goes, I know, Ma. And I said, this is a bad thing, right? You're not supposed to, you know, have a lapse of insurance, a lapse in registration. It happens. And it does happen to the best of us. Okay. But the fact is that you took care of it right away. We took care of it right away because there are jobs within my family that TJ takes care of. Vinny has certain responsibilities. I have my responsibilities. John has his. He's still working some of them with assistance from all. My sister, she really does take care of my men. So our village, it's truly amazing. So driving home, my cell phone rings and I answer it, and it's my girlfriend. She goes, hey, Donna, it's Echo. I go, hi, Echo. I love her name, Echo. Could you imagine? Echo. And she goes, what are you doing? I said, oh, just driving home. She says, oh, she goes, you want to go away with us? And I go, when are you going away? Because usually she comes on the cruises with us, but we're not going on the next 2 cruises. And she tells me, and I go, where are you going? She goes, we're going to go to Vegas with the kids. And I was like, yeah, we'll go with you. She goes, and her husband, we love him. We all get along. He is our local well driller. Love this guy, love this family. And I've spoken about them before. Gary has enough comps to have 3 hotel rooms at the Bellagio. They said it was the top end. I don't know. I've only been to Vegas once, and we stayed at a timeshare. And we did the Grand Canyon, and we did the water, whatever the water was. The dam, the Hoover Dam. And last time she and I had spoke, they wanted to do like the Grand Canyon and do the side-by-sides down the mountains and stuff like that. And her kids, they're teenagers. We all get along so well together when we go on the cruises. Like, they'll hang with us, then they'll go hang with their parents, or all of us will hang out as a family. And she said that since her kids love us so much, that they wanted to include us. So our hotels are free, right? Our hotels would be free. We have the airline miles, so my travel will be free. We would just need whatever excursion stuff that they want to do. And whatever they want to do, I want to do it with them. And she's a detailed individual. And it's during the colder months. So at first I was just like, she said the dates and I was about to say no. And TJ like literally grabbed my hand and he goes, go, go. And with that being said, that would be where TJ would jump in to take care of us, because then the outdoor wood stove would be on. So that is, if you would, and you guys might come up with judgmental thought processes based on why do I pay why do I pay the registrations? Why do I do this? Why do I do that? Why do I worry about, because I do that and they do so much more for us. Maybe not more, but one day they might be taking care of us a little more. Speaking of which, he is outside right now helping John. So that is why I do what I do. And, you know, everybody has to do them. I won't judge, and I ask you not to judge. And I'm going to keep giving my all to my family, because I believe that I've been blessed enough in life. And I want to keep blessing them. And hopefully they start blessing the next generation. And eventually they'll have to bless us, because they're going to have to take care of us. With that being said, I hope that I leave you all on an amazing note. I want to say thank you for letting me talk. Thank you for being here. And know that the feeling is yucky when we have to use the monies for something that we didn't expect to. But at least we should say thank you, thank you, thank you that we even had the monies. I will see you in the next one. Bye.